Look at the title because we're going to be reviewing this. I watched like a minute of it. Alright. Tell me if you guys think this is true in the comments.
Click, click. I sat on my bed, huddled with a blanket over my head. Another Saturday night at home. I could not wait to move out of my parents' house to be on my own. But...
Wait. She was living in her parents' house, looking like she had her own place. She said, "Oh, it's just another day of being at home." I don't believe it.
Here I was. No boyfriend, a job that I didn't like, and, well, basically no life. Click, click. Then I saw it. There it was.
What is all with these puttymation thingies? Ugh. Makes me shiver.
The one thing that was going to change my life forever. Hi, my name is Maya. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification.
What is up with all these putty characters? From old tallness to shrink baby dolls.
Bell. If you do, you may find $5,000 in cash.
Let me just capture that face again, please. Can I get that face again?
My name is Maya. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you do, you may find $5,000 in...
What the... Oh, he's sick of me. That's probably more than $500,000. Probably even
cash.
More.
Being an adult sucks, I muttered to myself.
Cool.
I was about to switch off the TV when I saw it. Our next item is a beautiful charm bracelet.
Okay, that looks gold. The thing that I sent you, I have not seen any farther than this. But the thing that she showed in the beginning of the freaking video, like, this item will change my life. I think that was purple. With black little nubs. Yeah, I hardly doubt this is real.
This bracelet was made for Lady Victoria by her fiancé. Rumor has it that this charm bracelet has the ability to grant wishes. At the low cost of $1, you can get this steal of a deal. Free shipping and handling if you call the number on the screen.
Whoa. Why is the top of his tie changing colors? To black to gray. To black to gray. Black to gray. Black to gray. I think the whole tie should be changing if we were talking about changing colors.
Right now. I snatched my phone up from the bed and immediately dialed the number and placed my order. The next 2 weeks seemed to drag. Finally.
I get it. But yeah, let's just watch a lot of this. And I'll try not to talk, and then I'll pause it randomly and talk about everything.
My package arrived. I was admiring the sapphire stones as they glittered under the light.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that was gold that I showed on the friggin' TV. Does that look gold? That looks blue, black, and purple, and white. Now that's it. Let me show you. That's gold. All gold with white. Then we get this.
When my phone rang. Hey, honey, what are you up to today? Do you have time for lunch? Hey, Mom. Sure. Our regular spot at 1 p.m.? I asked. Sure, honey. I'll see you then. As I was putting on my shoes, my eyes glanced over at the box with the bracelet. I always believed in magic, so I fastened the bracelet. I asked. Sure, honey. I'll see you then. As I was putting on my shoes, my eyes glanced over at the box with the bracelet. I always...
Did she just turn into Voldemort? We don't know who that is. I'm disappointed in you. go buy a freaking Harry Potter book or a movie, whatever. But she straight up just turned into Voldemort. And her wand is up. How is it shooting straight?
To magic, so I fastened the bracelet on my wrist quickly. The cab pulled up and I walked towards it. I got into the cab and greeted the driver. I gave him directions to where I was headed. A few minutes after sitting in the cab, the driver says, "That's a beautiful bracelet." "Why, thank you," I said, admiring the bracelet on my wrist. "It looks real." A few minutes after sitting in the cab, the driver says, "That's a beautiful bracelet." "Why, thank you," I said.
So now she's an anteater. With hearts. What? What?
Admiring the bracelet on my wrist. "It looks really special."
I feel like they're gonna get together. I just know it.
The cab driver continued as he looked up at me in the rearview mirror. "I actually got it from a TV show commercial. They said it also grants wishes." I trailed off. "Do you believe that your wishes will be granted?" The cab driver asked. "Yes, I do." I smiled. The cab driver pulled up at the restaurant and I said, "Well, thank you for the ride and the chat. With great power comes great responsibility." The cab driver tipped his head and drove off.
So now we're watching Stan Lee. Or Peter Parker's brother. But she's now invisible. What? Did she turn into Visible Girl? I didn't mean to do that. But apparently we're watching not Peter Parker, Spider-Man and his uncle. This is weird.
I walked into the restaurant and spotted my mother and went to sit next to her. We chatted while we ordered our food. "Oh, that's a pretty bracelet you have."
Like mother, like father. No, darn it. Like mother, like daughter. Honestly. Coming up like a little freaking baby doll. And then turns into that hideous monster. What the fudge?
"Have on," my mom said as she ran her fingers over the gems of the bracelet. "It is, isn't it?" And I...
Okay. First off, the mother going, wow, I gotta feel the gems to make sure they're real. Yeah. Yeah.
"Got it for just $1. I grinned. "Well, you always knew how to spot a deal," my mom said.
That's not a deal. It's fake. It has to be fake. Nobody's gonna freaking sell something. There. For one, nobody's gonna sell something that grants wishes. If you didn't see, clearly you can't see me. I did air quotes. For $1 effing dollar. She's probably gonna have to like pay another like $100 to pay it off, or $99, whatever. And if she refuses, then she'll have to pay $99 times 10, plus 9. So that would be $900,000. Basically close to 1,000, so it'd be like 999. What the F word? Come on, people. We want a good company here.
For the rest of the lunch date, my mom and I chatted about everything under the sun. My mom and I were always close, but even though that...
Another baby doll. I'm gonna stop fighting over the baby doll because it's just gonna keep popping up. How much you wanna bet? Count how many times I've said baby doll? or pause the video for to say they look like baby dolls, because they look like baby dolls a lot.
Was true, I never mentioned that the bracelet.
I don't think I need to explain this. What the fudge?
Was said to grant wishes. I figured that I would test it out, and then maybe
Test it out, if you know what I mean. Probably get a new boyfriend off of it. Or maybe I should have my mommy slaughtered. Wait a minute. So she tells the taxi driver right away. Wait, is my phone still charging? Yeah. Right away, but she doesn't want to tell her mother until she wants to test it out. What the flip?
later I would let her know. When my mom asked the waiter for the bill, I whispered, I wish that we get our meal for free. What did you say, honey? My mother asked.
What the heck was that grin? Just, I wish we get our meal for free. Oh, free. We don't even have to pay a penny. Like, that was her smile. And then she's like, chill, chill, chill. I said nothing. I said you're beautiful. I'm gonna test that's what she's gonna say.
Nothing, I said. A few minutes passed, and we saw the waiter heading towards us. Ladies, on behalf of the chef, we would like to thank you for eating with us today. Today, you are our lucky customers who won a free meal. That's amazing, my mother said.
Did you just turn fat for a second? To that.
Of the chef, we would like to thank you for eating with us today. Today, you are our lucky customers who won a free meal. That.
Oh, triple chin with the fat neck. What? She just turned fat for a second.
Amazing, my mother said. Please, thank the chef for us. The waiter nodded and walked away. Hey, Mom, I said.
Oh, and he was also a baby doll there for a second, so.
How about we go do a little shopping? My treat. Are you sure you can afford that? My mom asked. Yes, I can. Can't I spoil my mother? I said and batted my eyelashes at her. Okay.
Cat face, everybody get your cat faces ready. Sorry.
Let me just use the washroom really quick before we go, okay? My mom said. Sure, let me call a cab in the meanwhile, I said. Once my mother left the table, I called the cab service. I wish I had $50,000 in my bank account. I quickly checked my account online, and there it was. $50,000 just sitting in my bank account, waiting to be spent.
Oh, I didn't mean to pause it there, but that's another thing that we should talk about. Okay, I'm not a guy that really does, like, say this kind of, crap about stuff. But I feel like some people, when they're watching it, they're usually tired or they're just like, I want to hear some drama. So they watch, like, this kind of crap. They're not going to freaking pay attention to the crap that's going on. They're not going to pay to it. They're looking away going, what do you want? Looking away from their screen. You think they're going to pay attention? So if they're watching my videos and they're like looking off in the distance, they're going to go, this person looks like a baby doll. What? So, yeah.
I was too stunned to even think.
Oh, and that face. Like I said, like mother, like daughter. Big fat mama coming, big fat daughter appears up like, oh, I got $1 million. Sick. Like, I get they are happy, but you really gonna change to fat? And then whenever you're like, calm down, you change to skinny. Just like your mother. Wow. I'm just really friggin' surprised. I'm sorry. I'm just surprised.
Are you ready to go? My mom asked over my shoulder. Yep, I am. Let's go shopping.
Oh.
My mom jumped into the...
Did they just jump 30 feet into the air? They serve chubs a lot now? Or serve baby legs a lot? Sorry, I had to go do something. So, yeah. Baby dolls.
cab and I followed. So, how was lunch? A familiar voice asked. I looked into the rear view mirror. It was the same cab driver as before. Oh, it was great, I said as I smiled from ear to ear. My mom chimed in, and would you believe we got the meal for free? I have never gotten anything free in my life. Is that so? The cab driver said as our eyes met in the rear view mirror. And my...
Oh, maybe they're not gonna get together, but the mom and him, well, they're married, right? It said parents' room. I don't know if it's gonna talk about her father, or her father's gonna try to steal it, or her freaking mother's gonna try to freaking steal it. She still has not mentioned to her mother. And then the cab driver hasn't even mentioned to her mother, did your daughter tell you the secret yet? What her bracelet does? Like the cab driver is a freaking soul from outer space or something. Or somebody that knows everything. Great power comes great responsibility. Watching Spider-Man 24/7 does not make you his uncle.
Daughter is taking me shopping. Isn't she darling? My mother said, squeezing my hand. I blushed and lowered my gaze. I am sure she is. The cab driver said and continued. Don't forget to share the...
I'm not going to try to make this video an hour, but if it does come to that, or maybe I'll just watch like half of it, because my descriptions are long. So I'll watch like half of it, and we'll just make a part 2, unless you guys don't want that. I don't know. I just don't want to make this video too long, and I don't know how long I've already been recording for. So, or I'll just watch it all the way through. Just hoping that it's not longer than, well, 45 minutes.
Luck with others. After a few minutes, the cab driver dropped us off at the mall, and for the next few hours, my mom and I shopped until our hands couldn't hold any more bags. I called a cab and half expected it to be the same cab driver from earlier during the day, but it wasn't.
You can barely even hear it, but that guy was like, yeah, it's gonna be me. Random cab driver. You can barely even see it, but she's the baby doll again. I'm super excited about this.
This time, the cab driver dropped my mom off first before dropping me to my apartment. Once inside, I dropped everything on the bed before collapsing on the bed.
I'm pretty freaking sure that I will remember that her parents' house was like 2 seconds away. She was just like, I'm so happy that just another Saturday at home. I was actually quite excited. I'm moving down to my parents' house, and I can't believe that it happened. I can't believe that it happened, by the way. And just goes, nah, nah, and she's there. Like, what the Sorry, I have to. That was just weird.
Myself, arms above my head. I sighed. I could get accustomed to this lifestyle. So this is what it feels like to be rich. I packed everything away, then sat by my dining table and made a list of all the things that I wanted. I was...
Wait, go back.
...to this lifestyle. So this is what it feels like to be rich. I packed everything away, then sat by my dining table and made a list of all the things that I...
Kinjin said, Markle's new phone boyfriend. Why isn't that your first priority? Stupid. I don't know if that's whole market or whole something. We'll find out.
I wanted. I was so excited about the wishes I was going to execute the next day that I barely slept. The next day, I went to work. Sadly, my office had a zero jewelry policy, so I placed the bracelet in my jacket pocket. There was a guy at work named Mark. I've had a major crush on him since he...
Okay. So he shrinks, and then she goes, "Me touching, you sexy, me big sexy woman. You wanna have some, Let's get on with the video.
He started working here 6 months ago. I never had the guts to ask him out, but with my lucky bracelet, I knew that I would finally get the yes that I always dreamed of.
Okay, if this isn't easy to get in when there's a no jewelry policy, install a metal freaking detector that can detect this kind of is. Or just search everybody's freaking pockets. I know that's weird. You might find a hot dog in a boy's pants and a taco in a girl's pants, but still. Okay? Gosh. Just, yeah.
I saw him head to the water cooler and I made...
I saw that running my way. I'll be like, I don't care if you have an electron bracelet, it's always no. She asked me, even if it was real. And she goes, I wish that he would always become my boyfriend. Coming up to me with like that, I'm like, ugh. Will you become my boyfriend? I was just like, run crazily, but no. Anyways, I got number 3 stuck in the chamber. I'm gonna go get it out, if you know what I mean. Alright, so it's not gonna be a bit off because it restarted it. So I don't know if this is the correct timing. Hope it is.
Made my way there. I placed my hand in my jacket pocket and touched the bracelet. Hey, Mark, how was your weekend? I asked, my heart racing. Oh, hey, Maya, it was great.
First off, I'm pretty sure you can hear that. Even if you're doing your whole entire hand motion, you're gonna freaking hear it. He's gonna hear that you're freaking nervous because you're freaking clapping.
Hope you had a great weekend as well. Mark smiled at me before taking a sip of his water. I have a quick question to ask you, I said.
Baby doll, everybody say we got baby doll, baby doll. I'm pretty sure it's quite impossible to stop at every single time I said baby doll and go 27, 28, wait a minute. We're at 28? What? Yeah. I'm not just stopping and going, oh, that's a baby doll. I'm stopping it every time I see freaking it shrinking, getting pudgier, with little nubs, has arms. Is she praying though? She's like, I'm comfortable, please say yes for you. I bet you want to bet she's gonna ask him to go out. She's not gonna go, do you have plans? She's just gonna go, do you want to go out with me, baby?
Positive that Mark was able to hear the sound of my heart pounding against my ribs. Sure, shoot, Mark said. Would you have dinner with me tonight? I asked.
Okay, will you have dinner with me tonight? Alright. Alright. So that's kind of correct. She didn't go, hey, do you have plans? Which you should ask first. Because then your heart's just going to get disappointed.
Sorry, Maya, but I have plans tonight. Sorry.
Boom. That's why you always ask, do you have plans? Even if you have a magic bracelet, that might be fake. Which is probably 100% fake. But still, it's probably just coincidences. She's probably going to ask again. Like,
Mark threw his cup in the
tomorrow or something.
Wastebasket and headed back to his cubicle. I stood by the water cooler with my heart broken.
Baby doll. Baby doll? Baby doll! Shh. It's okay, Mr. Goldfish. I'll eat you later. Right now, I'm singing Baby Doll. Baby doll! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Still hope this captures voice, because this is way too long to redo.
I couldn't understand it. Why didn't my wish come true? I called a cab after work and walked outside the office to wait. The cab pulled up and I got in. Why so glum? The cab driver asked. I couldn't believe it. There he was.
Oh my gosh, it's like he's following me. He's trying to do his job. Oh my god, he's torturing me with his looks. With his sexy looks. I might actually ask him out instead of Beaglehead. I forgot his name. Sorry guys. I disappointed you once again. You can't expect a guy to remember names. I'm viewing, not writing down every single fake detail she gives.
Again, the same cab driver. Well, I said, taking out the bracelet and looking at it. It seems as though my good luck charm is broken.
Well, let me think about it. My good luck charm's broken. Now I'm depressed and I need you to go out with me. I'm sorry I had to. And that cushion's really poofy.
Why do you say that? The cab driver asked. I recalled everything that happened at the office earlier today, and the cab driver...
Face scary. This cab driver knows more of her than her mother knows. Her mother doesn't even know that this thing grants wishes. This cab driver knows that she has a crush. The cab driver knows that the thing grants wishes. The cab driver knows everything. Like I said, angel from hell.
Listened without interrupting. When I was finished, he asked, "Why do you think you did differently today?" The cab driver...
What do you think you did differently this time? With the WTF and WTF plus WTF. This man be stalking me. No. You just told him everything that you freaking did. That's your mommy's fault that her precious little baby told everything to a stalker. And this person's probably not stalking her. Probably just wondering what the is wrong with her.
Pulled up in front of my apartment. I paid him, thanked him, and walked to my front door. What did I do differently yesterday? I mumbled to myself as I entered my apartment. That's it. That's why it didn't work. I said,
shark teeth, and plus, what is up with all these question marks? Confused why her bracelet didn't work, question marks. Going, I have this a question for you, question marks. And every time she asks a question, she, I get the light bulb. That's okay, because that's comedy. I get that part. But what the is she doing? The freaking lady. What is she doing with all those question marks? Sorry about the lady part. Yeah. What is she doing with all the shark teeth? With all of her big, fat, little dotted eyeballs? Yeah, this really took long to color, long to animate. Her eyes probably took the longest, no matter that they're just brown pupils. No black, just brown pupils. Just to let you know. Like, wow.
Excitedly, I needed to put the bracelet on.
Let's not watch that. Let's just, yeah. All she said was on my wrist. Kind of took a little bit longer to pause the video, and yeah. But if that was the case, then why did you put your hand in the friggin' pocket? But there's also many things that you didn't do. You didn't go, I wish he would go on a date with me. You didn't freaking say that. Now let me tell you something. Go do that! Let's see what goes on.
The next day, I wore a long-sleeve shirt with buttons at the end.
What was that animation that I did?
That's why it didn't work, I said excitedly. I needed to put the bracelet on my wrist. The next day, I wore a long-sleeve
The sun just comes in and goes, hey, man. See ya! Wow, they really put into detail with that shirt. It looks like the exact shirt, except for with long sleeveness on, yeah.
Shirt with buttons at the end. This way, the bracelet would not show. I walked up to Mark's desk and asked him to...
Like I said, no. Even if it did freaking work, no. 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 I don't care if you ask that freaking ugly thing. No. You and your weird it's gonna work. And your fatness that appears up. Then your freaking ugly granny face when you're running to your crush. Like, no, I'm sure. If you don't get that, that was the skin cracking, not the bones.
Dinner with me that night, and he agreed. At the end of the day, Mark offered to drop me home, and I accepted. As we stepped outside the office, there sat a little...
I can't tell if that was a baby doll or a big head. I'm gonna go with both. That's number one on big head. I didn't count like baby doll. You guys can do the baby dolls. I'll stick to the big head.
Old lady, may I have some money to buy something to eat, please? She begged.
Her feet seem broken up. She doesn't even sound like a granny. You could have at least tried to go, can I have some money for some food, please? Instead of, can I have some money for some food, please? Yeah. She didn't even say old, but they customized her to be old. Maybe they did say old, but yeah. Don't mind my messages, okay? Here we go.
I dug into my handbag and pulled out a $5 bill. I hope that helps.
Makeup falling from the sky? Her dropping it like, no, 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 no. Not $5. $5 is too much.
I said before walking away quickly with Mark to his car.
Baby
That
doll.
night at dinner, Mark was the perfect gentleman. He bought me chocolates and a bouquet of flowers.
First off, where did he get the red outfit? Why is he still wearing it? Why has he not stopped wearing it from the day he got hired? Because I'm pretty sure that was a flashback.
He opened my car door for me and even pulled out the chair for me at the restaurant. We laughed and talked that whole night. It felt so right, as if we'd known each other before and we were rekindled.
Baby doll, baby doll, baby doll. I'm actually gonna say there was no big head because the baby doll does have a big head, so yeah.
The flame. He dropped me home and even asked if he could kiss me goodnight. After our goodnight kiss, he told me that he would see me.
Oh, this video is demonetized.
At work the next day. I closed the door behind me and leaned against it. I felt as light as a feather. I heard it.
You're the best.
Knock on the door and wondered if Mark forgot something. One kiss wasn't enough for you? I said as I opened the door.
Oh.
To my horror, it wasn't Mark, but a redhead lady with a mascara-stained face. Can I help you? I asked, puzzled. I just came to see the woman who took my fiancé from me, the red-headed lady said, sniffling.
The way that your dream came true, you broke another girl's dream. How do you feel? You don't feel bad for her? Oh, because she lost something that you took from her? Nice.
You what? I said, shocked. I stuttered.
And also, I was just holding my mouth for the longest time, so that's why there's complete silence.
When Mark called me at work today and said he had met the love of his life, I needed to see who you were. Now what am I going to tell our child? I haven't even told Mark the news yet. The red-headed lady began to cry and ran off towards a car that was parked in front of my house.
Another old grainy face. That's 2 in a row.
I closed the door slowly behind me. I wish that the floor would open and swallow me. I will have to talk to Mark tomorrow, I said sadly. When I opened...
Eating. The floor just ate her in a dream puff.
My door the next day, there Mark was waiting for me. Hi, good morning, I fumbled. How long have you...
Don't mind the music, it's my sister. Anyways, not saying that it's bad, but yeah. So I kind of let it play for a bit longer, so sorry.
Next day, there Mark was waiting for me. Hi, good morning, I fumbled. How long have you been waiting here? Since 5:30 a.m., he said, flashing one of his dazzling...
Squid arms. Well, that to the list. Old granny skin, baby doll, and squid arms.
Smiles. Alarm bells started going off in my head. So, are you ready to go? He asked, extending his hand to me. Just then, my cab pulled up. Phew, saved by the cab. I'll meet you at work, I said as I hustled past Mark and jumped into the cab. Step on it, I said as I jumped in.
Oh my dear God, it's the same guy. I just see how much times this guy popped up. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
To the cab and closed the door behind me. Why in such a... said as I jumped into the cab and closed the door behind me. Why in such a hurry? The cab driver asked. Are you stalking me? I asked the driver. I'm not the one calling for a cab, he said politely. I leaned into the back seat of the cab and...
1 second, is this actually recording? Pause. Okay.
Closed my eyes, trying to figure out how I got myself into this mess. Maybe I could wish for him to stop liking me?
Another baby doll and crazy eyeballs. This is stupid. And also, old lady skin, if you like to call it like that. I wouldn't say it's that, but yeah.
Eyes flew open. I looked at the bracelet around my wrist and said, I wish Mark would stop like...
The new handcrafted quesadilla at Chipotle.
Delicious and cheesy. Let me watch these ads right quick. She just said liking me, that's it, okay? And then through Mark, Tiny Mark.
Here you are, the cab driver said as he pulled up in front of my office. Emotions are a strange thing, he said as he stepped out of the cab. I found myself scanning the car park to see if I spotted Mark. I breathed a sigh of relief. Maybe it worked. I opened my office door and still no Mark. Then I got to my cubicle, and everything about it said Mark had been there. There were so many flowers and balloons on my desk that I couldn't see my desk. Do you like them? Mark said from behind me. I jumped out of my skin. I spun around. Look, Mark, we need to talk, I whispered as I noticed the curious glances from my coworkers. I grabbed Mark's hand and pulled him outside. Why didn't you tell me you had a fiance?
Boy! Took turns for the worst. Let me tell you that. And that evil face that he has.
Hey, I yelled at him. Baby, it's over. The only woman I want is you. And to be fair, I did end it with her before we went on our date, he said and reached out to hold my hand. I pulled my hand away. I don't think this is going to work out. I think you should go back to your fiancé.
Her face is as red as his suit that he's been wearing for over, I think it was like 30 days? Plus 2? Probably plus 1, but 31 days.
She's pregnant. I watched as a look of confusion came over his face for just a few seconds before he produced that winning smile. It's over, Mark, I said and walked away. But I love you, Maya, Mark called out behind me. The next few days, everywhere I went, I saw Mark lurking behind the grocery shelves.
Is he still wearing that red suit? Because if I see him wearing that red suit, clearly he isn't. But he might be wearing it under these ridiculous costumes. By the way, Baby Doll.
Briars at the hairdresser, trees at the park. I thought about going to the pool.
Wait a minute. If you see that, you could see a bit of a white shirt in the hair thingy picture. Mom, what's that one thing that you use to air your hair?
No. To what, your hair?
No, like whenever your hair's wet.
No.
What? No.
What's the...
Hair dryer. Sorry, I couldn't figure out what it was called. Anyways, hair dryer. You can see it a bit of a white. So he's most likely wearing, and a V shape. So he's most likely wearing his red shirt.
About going to the police, but he never really did anything besides stare at me from afar. I continued my lavish lifestyle and decided to move out of my apartment to one that now suited my style. I also quit my job because, well, I no longer needed it. One afternoon, my mom asked me why I didn't purchase a car, and...
She's gonna say the taxi driver. How much you want, babe? She's gonna go, I found another love. He's a taxi driver.
Guess what I wished for? You got it. A car. I won a car. But then the worst thing happened. One afternoon while jogging in the park,
Baby Doll and also making love to her bracelet. Wow.
I lost my bracelet. I searched frantically for it, but couldn't find it. I was devastated. My luxurious lifestyle came to a screeching halt. An old woman approached me. I recognized her as the old lady that was in front of my office a few weeks back. Can I help you?
There's that old lady sound. Instead of, can I help you? Or instead of, can I get $5? It's, can I get, do you need help? You helped me, so I'm helping you. That should have been her voice before.
Her voice quivered. I don't think you can, I said sadly. Are you looking for that? She asked and pointed. I followed her finger, and there it was. My bracelet on the wrist of a woman that was shabbily dressed. She was showing off her new bracelet to the others around her who were dressed the same way. I moved to walk over.
Prepare your taste buds.
Smack that Kit Kat with that Kit Kat. Yeah, daddy, daddy, dee.
My bracelet, but the old woman
She
grabbed my arm.
charged at her.
With great power comes great responsibility. It's time to give that responsibility to someone else. The woman said before she walked away. I had a feeling she was right, so I let her walk away. As the saying goes,
What? Easy comes, easy go. That's like, oh my gosh. I didn't know that's how you smell Maya. So,
become easy go. I ended up losing everything, even the stuff from my old wishes. The bank told me there was a mix-up and I needed to return all the money that I took from my account, or I would be held for fraud. The company that I won the car from said that the person who won had my name, but the person who called mixed up one of the numbers, so I had to send it back. I lost my apartment, so I am back home with my mom. We are having a garage sale today to sell the things that I bought to get me back on my feet. Wait, is that Mark?
You shocked your sisters.
I was sitting in the school.
Alright, well that's the end of that. See you guys later.